Annabelle, the demonic doll, is a central figure in the realm of paranormal lore and dark history, captivating audiences with her malevolent presence. The doll is not merely a child's plaything, but a supposed conduit for supernatural forces, often associated with the infamous Haunted Artifacts collection of paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. The concept of Annabelle originates from real-life reports of a Raggedy Ann doll being haunted in the early 1970s, which were documented by the Warrens. They claimed the doll was inhabited by a demon posing as a harmless spirit named Annabelle Higgins, leading to various supernatural incidents experienced by the doll's owners. The significance of Annabelle in the study of dark history and lore is profound. She exemplifies the intersection of folklore, psychology, and the supernatural in modern culture. Her story highlights society's enduring fascination with the macabre and unexplained, serving as a reminder of the thin boundary between reality and myth. Examining real-world examples, Annabelle's story has inspired numerous adaptations, most notably in the Conjuring universe films, which have popularized her legend worldwide. Another example is her role in the Warrens' Occult Museum, where she is displayed in a glass case with a warning sign to highlight the dangers associated with handling her. These instances demonstrate how Annabelle's tale transcends the confines of folklore to become a cultural phenomenon, influencing other supernatural stories and serving as a focal point for discussions on the paranormal. Supporters of Annabelle's dark presence often cite anecdotal evidence and first-hand accounts of supernatural phenomena as validation of her haunted nature. These stories serve to perpetuate the belief in her eerie influence, reinforcing the narrative of her being a genuine conduit for malevolent forces. However, Annabelle's story is not without its challenges and controversies. Skeptics often dismiss her legend as a fabricated tale designed to exploit human fears for entertainment and financial gain. They argue that there is a lack of empirical evidence supporting the claims of supernatural activity. In addition, there are alternative viewpoints that suggest psychological factors, rather than paranormal forces, might explain the experiences attributed to Annabelle. Understanding Annabelle's lore ties into broader discussions about the power of belief, the impact of storytelling, and the psychological mechanisms behind fear and fascination with the unknown. Her narrative influences other aspects of paranormal mythology, serving as a gateway to examining the interplay between fact and fiction in supernatural lore. Annabelle's presence in the cultural zeitgeist invites reflection on how we perceive darkness and evil, exploring the boundaries of human understanding and belief. The concept of the origins of Annabelle delves into the backstory and creation of one of the most infamous haunted objects in modern folklore. Annabelle is a Raggedy Ann doll that gained notoriety through stories of paranormal activity and eventually inspired a series of movies. The significance of understanding Annabelle's origins lies in its connection to both historical accounts and its impact on popular culture, serving as a cornerstone for the lore behind demonic dolls and haunted artifacts. Familiarizing ourselves with Annabelle's beginnings allows for a deeper exploration of how such objects capture public imagination and perpetuate fear. Historically, Annabelle's tale begins in the 1970s when two young nursing students, Donna and Angie, reported bizarre occurrences involving the doll. They claimed it moved on its own, left handwritten messages, and even exhibited violent behavior. This narrative was amplified when Ed and Lorraine Warren, famed paranormal investigators, took an interest in the case, identifying the doll as demonically possessed. The Warrens' involvement lent credibility, fueling the intrigue and mystique surrounding Annabelle. Specific examples include the widely publicized accounts of injuries connected to the doll and its feature in the Warrens' Occult Museum, where it remains a centerpiece. Opinions supporting the idea of Annabelle's supernatural origins often come from those who believe in or have experienced paranormal phenomena. They argue that the doll serves as a tangible reminder of the malevolent forces that can inhabit seemingly innocuous objects, highlighting the importance of understanding and respecting such entities. However, challenges exist in the form of skepticism and alternative viewpoints. Critics argue that the legend of Annabelle is a fabrication, a clever mix of urban legend and marketing strategy to capitalize on public fascination with the supernatural. They point to the lack of scientific evidence supporting the paranormal claims and suggest psychological explanations for the experiences of those involved. The origins of Annabelle are intricately linked to broader themes of cultural superstition, the human tendency to anthropomorphize inanimate objects, and the commercialization of fear. These aspects have not only solidified Annabelle's place in horror lore, but have also influenced the portrayal of haunted objects in media, contributing to a cycle where fiction and folklore continuously influence public perception and vice versa. Understanding Annabelle's origin story provides a foundational context that enriches discussions on the broader implications of haunted artifacts and the fears they evoke. The origins of the Annabelle legend that are rooted in a chilling narrative that serves as a cornerstone for the dark history and lore surrounding the infamous demonic doll. At its core, the Annabelle's legend begins with a seemingly innocuous Raggedy Ann doll given as a gift to a nursing student named Donna in the 1970s. Donna and her roommate Angie soon began to notice strange occurrences. The doll was found in different positions and places than where they had left it, often accompanied by cryptic messages. These unsettling events escalated, leading to the involvement of Ed and Lorraine Warren, renowned paranormal investigators, who concluded that the doll was possessed by a demonic entity masquerading as the spirit of a deceased child named Annabelle Higgins. The significance of the Annabelle legend lies in its embodiment of the fear of inanimate objects becoming conduits for malevolent forces. This narrative amplifies the psychological unease associated with dolls, a motif that has been explored extensively in horror culture. The legend transcends its specific story to become a part of the broader conversation about the supernatural, effectively blurring the line between reality and folklore. One of the most notable real-world references to Annabelle is her inclusion in the Warrens' Occult Museum, where she remains encased in a protective glass box, famously inscribed with warnings against opening it. This physical presence serves as a stark reminder and a tangible connection to the supernatural claims of the story. Additionally, Annabelle's legend has been popularized through its portrayal in media, notably in the Conjuring film series and its spin-off, Annabelle, which take creative liberties to dramatize the doll's sinister history, thereby cementing its place in contemporary horror lore. Opinions on the Annabelle legend vary widely. Skeptics argue that it is an elaborate hoax or a product of mass hysteria, capitalizing on human susceptibility to fear. Contrarily, believers in the paranormal view Annabelle as a genuine manifestation of supernatural forces, bolstering the credibility of similar accounts. The challenges and controversies surrounding the Annabelle legend primarily revolve around the veracity of the Warrens' claims and the ethical implications of profiting from what some consider fear-mongering. From an alternative perspective, some folklorists argue that such legends are culturally significant, providing insight into societal fears and serving as cautionary tales. The origins of Annabelle directly influence other aspects of her lore, such as the public's guarded fascination with the doll and ongoing debates about the supernatural. This foundation fuels the continued exploration of themes like possession and evil in domestic objects, ensuring that the chilling tale of Annabelle remains etched in cultural memory. The dark history and lore behind Annabelle the demonic doll is a topic steeped in both supernatural intrigue and cultural fascination. At its core, this concept revolves around the allegedly malevolent doll named Annabelle, which has become a significant figure in popular horror culture. The real Annabelle is a Raggedy Ann doll, which resides in the Occult Museum of Ed and Lorraine Warren, renowned paranormal investigators. The doll is said to be possessed by a demon, capable of moving on its own and having inflicted harm on those who have come into contact with it. The significance of Annabelle lies in its embodiment of the supernatural and its role as a tangible symbol of the mysterious and often frightening world of demonic possession and haunted objects. Annabelle's story has been popularized by modern horror films, such as The Conjuring and the Annabelle franchise, which have contributed to its mythos. These stories draw audiences into the terrifying potential of inanimate objects harboring malevolent forces. Two specific examples illustrating the influence of Annabelle include the movie franchise's success in reigniting interest in the Warrens' investigations and the continued public fascination with haunted artifacts, exemplified by the increasing popularity of haunted attractions and exhibits showcasing cursed items. Supporters of the idea that Annabelle is truly haunted often highlight the documented testimonies of individuals who have experienced unexplained phenomena related to the doll. These accounts lend credibility to the paranormal claims, despite the inherent skepticism that surrounds such stories. However, Challenges and controversies abound, as skeptics argue that the narratives surrounding Annabelle are the stuff of urban legends, exaggerating harmless coincidences and playing on psychological fears. Critics often point to the lack of empirical evidence and the Warrens' purported involvement in several debunked cases as reasons to doubt the doll's demonic nature. Annabelle's lore is deeply interwoven with perceptions of the supernatural, illustrating how fear and belief in the unknown can manifest in tangible ways. This concept influences and is influenced by broader elements of demonology and the human psyche's fascination with horror. It raises questions about the boundaries between reality and fiction, the power of storytelling, and society's enduring curiosity about the afterlife and spiritual realm. In exploring Annabelle, we delve into the darker facets of human imagination and the perpetual interplay between belief, fear, and mystery, offering a glimpse into the cultural and psychological processes that fuel our enduring fascination with the macabre.